Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am jeffgrantMEDIA, and today's real user review, we're going to be taking a look at the Leander Everyday Professional Dopp and Tech Kit. Now, Leander did send me this as a sample for review, but all the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share this content with Leander prior to publication. They will see this when you do. In addition to that, there is an affiliate link in the description box down below. If you're considering buying this Dopp kit or any other product from Leander, please consider using that link. I do get a small commission from that sale, and all of that money goes back into the channel to help me produce more content so consumers can make informed purchasing decisions. Okay, so this was part of a larger box that Leander sent me a couple things, but that was the second package that I got from Leander. I actually did their Everyday Professional Backpack, which is really nice. It's made from the same Leander leather. This is a proprietary leather. This is their own proprietary zipper system, and everything operates just like butter. But this is the Dopp kit / tech kit. How have I been using this? Well, I have been using this as a tech kit. I haven't really traveled anywhere since I got back from my Mississippi trip from work, and that was a couple of months back. So yeah, this has been my tech kit. Now, I did have another tech kit that I like the shape and form factor of, but it was very rigid. And there's also another thing that I noticed recently, but the other was kind of rigid, so it fit into plenty of bags because it was a smaller footprint, but being rigid, I often had to completely unzip the bag and usually shift stuff around to fit it in because it was so rigid. It didn't really have that flex to kind of just cram it in there, where this is kind of squishy. So this is a larger footprint. That's going to come and play in a little bit here, but it is very, very squishy. So it's really easy to just kind of cram this into any backpack that I was using. Now, I did use this in the Leander Everyday Professional Backpack. This is actually designed to fit perfectly in the bottom of that bag, but I switched my bags up. I still, even though I'm not reviewing bags like I used to, I still switch my bags up, probably more so now that I don't have to test and review them for like a month at a time. I'll switch my bags up at whim. Sometimes I use it for a month. Sometimes I'll use it for a week. I used 1 or 2 bags for a couple of days and swapped. So I've actually been changing my bags up quite a bit. And the squishability of this came in very handy when I was swapping out bags. If I was going from, say, something in the small 20s, it needed a little bit more squish to it than something like I'm using now in the 30-liter range. I don't necessarily have to squish it, but I like the form factor because I can fit more in it, but it's not as rigid, so I can stick it into many, many other bags. Now, what have I been carrying in my tech kit? Well, let's take a look. So we're going to start with the back zipper pocket here. So in here, I have a pen, field notes book, and I think I have, yes, this is actually for the dongle of my laptop that I actually was using when I came home from work. So it's actually upstairs on my desk up there right now. But normally there would actually be the dongle inside of here. In the main compartment, if we kind of open this up here, now it will lay pretty flat. Now, one thing I like is that I can easily fit the power supply to my computer in here. Now, I could fit everything that's in here right now into that other tech kit, but it was very crammed and it did not fit nicely. I have plenty of space and I can easily fit and close this, and I still have so much more room in here to fit even more things. And I will say, what is in here, it's not a huge tech kit. I have scaled back significantly over time, but I have plenty of room in here if I wanted to scale up. So one of the biggest things right here, again, the power supply for my computer. And then the next biggest thing is in this other zipper pocket here, which is my 2 terabyte external hard drive. And that is all I have in there. Now, if you flip back over here, one of my next most important things are my memory cards. I keep 2 blank ones in here that I will switch out for this camera and this camera. After I film, I take the memory cards out of those 2 cameras, put them in here, put the empty ones in these 2 cameras, so everything's always ready to go. And I always have the footage that I need to edit on me. So if I'm going to start getting a project set up on my lunch break, it's all here. Or when I'm at work or when I'm at home and I'm grabbing my computer and I'm going to sit in the bedroom at night because Miss Hazel Fantastic and my wife are reading a story in the other room, I just grab my computer, I grab my tech kit, and my footage is there, and I can just sit there in bed on my laptop, typing away and editing my videos. And then here on this side, we have 2 charging cables for Apple devices and other devices. Flip it over. I have some business cards. I also have a a tailor's tape, because you never know when you need a measuring tape or a tailor's tape, especially when you review clothing. I keep this in my tech kit because, well, I always have my tech kit on me, so I always have a tailor's tape on me. And then in this one, we have 2 different jump drives that I can put various things on, especially if I need to jump from one computer to another, if I need something from my personal computer to my work computer, if I have some kind of plugins or something, or vice versa. I want to grab a plugin from my work computer to my personal computer, I can throw them on jump drive, and then I can just slide them in here. And really, that's all I have in here right now. Like I said, I've scaled down significantly over time, so all of this fits in here very, very easily. And I've been kind of trying to offset. I try to slide the hard drive a little to this side, and then the charger to this side, and then everything fits in there nice and neat. And I will say, for the longest time, I was not carrying this with me. I would kind of just set up my projects at night before I started working, but I found that if I started bringing my computer with me to work again, I could just get my project set up on my lunch break. I got a half an hour to myself, so I'm just sitting there. If I don't eat my lunch, it doesn't take me half an hour to eat my lunch. I'll just kind of eat, or while I'm eating, I'll get my project set up. So I bring my laptop, I get my project set up, I got all my files pulled off my memory cards onto the hard drive. I get them all imported in the project and I get it set up, especially if I do multiple videos in a day. I can get like 2-3 projects sometimes set up. So then when I come home and everything, you know, end of the night when I'm tired and exhausted, it's just one less thing to do. It might take 10-15 minutes to do all that work, but at the end of the night, that 10-15 minutes is a long time, especially when I'm tired and I just want to bang out a project real quick. So I have been carrying this a lot with me lately, and it's just really, really convenient to be able to stick that into my tech kit very, very easily. Because again, the last one I was using, it had a smaller footprint and it was very rigid. So I could fit all this stuff, but it made it incredibly bulky and it kind of stuck out at an odd angle. So having the Leander Everyday Professional Tech Kit, I like it. It's working better for me. The only problem I have was that this internal zipper pocket and this external zipper pocket, they share the same space. So if you're sticking anything in either of these pockets, they're going to be fighting for room, which is why I keep my hard drive, which isn't that thick, but it is fairly flat in the inside. It's more secure in here. So I kind of keep that on the inside. And then I've just been putting this, a pen, and if I'm not using my computer, the dongle goes in this, but it's not really much thicker than this little sleeve. And I put the flat stuff in here, and it fits fine. The only thing I would say would be take this zipper pocket and put it on the other side. So these 2 zipper pockets are not sharing the same internal space. And really, that's it. And other than these zipper pockets, wishing that they were on opposite sides of the bag, I really don't have anything bad to say about it. I do really like the Leander proprietary leather. I like the actual proprietary zippers. They look like a AquaGuard, and they operate much, much better than an AquaGuard. One of the things I hate about AquaGuards is they always get hung up, but these operate nicely, even around the bends. It's going around the bends nicely. They operate like butter. Now, the price point is $125 USD. This is a leather tech kit, so this is a nice leather material. It is also quite weather resistant. This is inside my bag, but I have been caught in the rain with my Leander Everyday Professional backpack, and everything inside stayed dry. I got caught in a few sprinkles, but one decent rain in that bag, and not only did it kept everything inside completely dry. Once the water dried, it looked good. There might have been a couple little water specklets as they dried, but you kind of just buff them out with your hand, and it was fine. So the leather, it's very weather repellent, and if it does get wet, it doesn't really show signs of wear, and you can easily just buff it out with your hand, or just take a small light cloth and just rub it, and it's going to come completely clean. So all in all, I'm pretty satisfied with the Leander Everyday Professional Dopp Kit / Tech Kit. I have not used it as a Dopp Kit. I've only used it as a Tech Kit, but it's working out great for me, especially now that I am carrying my computer again. I need that power supply. It's not the biggest. It's certainly not the biggest I've ever had, but it is large and it takes up space, and it fits in here really, really nicely, and I still have plenty of room in here. Again, I have scaled down drastically on my Tech Kit over the years. I used to carry, not just my tech kit, in my EDC, so much extra stuff that I just didn't need, never used. So I've kind of, over the years, discovered what I do need, what I do use, and I've just kind of filtered out the rest. So all in all, It works great. It's in just about every bag. I don't think I've had this in a bag that it didn't work great in. It's very squishable, so it's not completely packed out. You can kind of just cram it into that bag and it fits. It does fit perfectly in the bottom of the Leander Everyday Professional backpack, but I've used this now in probably 3 or 4 different backpacks. I've kind of lost count. Again, since I'm not really reviewing them as often as I was, I kind of just switch them when I want. I don't have to use the same backpack for a month straight. I just kind of, whatever backpack I'm feeling, I'll just swap it out. Generally at night, right before I have to start editing these videos, I'll be taking everything out of one bag and putting it in the other. But yeah, I don't have anything bad to say. I just kind of wish that they put these zipper pockets on opposite sides so you're not fighting for the same space. But other than that, it's been great. It works great, and it's going to continue to work great because I'm not going back to the other tech kit. I'm going to keep using the Leander. So with that, yeah, if you're looking at it, go ahead and pull the trigger. I don't think you will be disappointed. So if you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.